Welcome back to Crypto Disco, everybody. We're back taking another look at Onyx Coin XCN. Had some requests on this one previously, and people want to know. We're wanting to know what the thoughts were for what was going to hit in the bull run that we hope is coming very soon. Thinking maybe December this year, maybe beginning of 2025, but we'll see. It missed out on the bull run in 2021 as a coin hit the market in 2022. But going back and taking a quick look at our last video on some data. So the previous all-time high is at 18 cents, hit it in March of 2022. A few price points we talked about based on some market cap statistics from the 2021 bull run. Looking at worst case scenario, 18 cents back to the all-time high. Obviously, a worst case would be not hitting the all-time high. And then kind of a best case is I was thinking about 6 to 8 cents. That's taking the 2021 total market cap increase was about 3.7 times. The previous market cap went from 700 some million to just about 3 trillion. And just use that same math and put it on top of the 18 cents to get that up there. I think it's going to be more of in between. It's going to be more about an average between the two, somewhere in the mid 40-cent range. So we'll be looking at. But what we're going to talk about today is how do we take our profits, right? Everybody wants to hit that top price point and say, hey, it's going to go to $1. Well, you're not going to be taking profits at $1. The market's going to be moving so fast, and there's some big, huge upper wicks on those candles that if you do hit that top of the wick, man, kudos to you because that's a rare feat. Most people, they're going to miss out on the profits. They're not going to be paying attention or have a plan in place, or they're going to get emotional, and they're going to chase the price action. It's going to see a wick up and come back down, and they're going to just like, oh, no, it's going to go back up. But it probably will never do so. But, hey, we got a strategy to mitigate that so you don't lose out all the way. So we talk about doing dollar cost averaging, DCA action, when it goes down to lower your dollar cost average. Well, we're going to take that same methodology on the way up and taking our profits out the door. So how I've kind of my initial plan, this is kind of how I do it on most of my coins. Obviously, price points are different depending on what coins you're looking and talking about. But I'm not taking any profits on XCN specifically until it reaches back to its all-time high. Since it missed out on the previous bull run in 2021, I am not taking any profits until we get back to 18 cents. When that happens, I'm taking out, selling 25% of my bag. And that's going to give me a pretty healthy profit. It's going to cover all of my initial investment and then some. And then right around the 25 cents to 30 cent range, depending on how fast the market moves, I'm going to take out another 25%. So I'm going to have 50% of my bag sold by the time we get to a quarter. That's going to be a very healthy profit. It's not going to be retired money, like I'm going to retire and disappear and FU money. But that would be a very great day that I'd be very happy about. The next kind of target I'll be hitting about is about 40 cents for 20 more percent, and then 50 cents for another 20%. Now, depending on how fast this is moving and how strong the price action is showing, if this looks like it's got some sustained and it's not just a God candle and then coming right back down and wicking, if we have some actual moves up and it's climbing, I might adjust these a little bit, right? But I want to be, by the time we get to 50 cents, I want to be 85 to 90% out of my bag. I want to keep another, ideally 10% or less, but if the price action is strong and we got candles that are climbing, I might hold on to 20%. I might do a 10% here at 40 cents and 10% at 50 cents. But by the time we get to 50 cents, I want to have about 10% left in my bag, and then we'll go from there. So pretty much we're holding the remaining 10%, kind of for your moonshots if it keeps going and going and going. We don't want to just completely get out at 50 cents if we're still showing upward momentum, right? So we want to still have some exposure to future price movement if it keeps wanting to go up. So kind of about 10 cents on each price point is kind of what I'll be looking at for that moving. But again, if it's moving strong, I might do 20 cents in between. I might move the 65% at 70% and then do another 5% at 90 cents, or or move it anywhere in between, depending on what that's looking like and how we got to follow with it. So the big important thing though is when before this even happens, you need to have your orders set, right? You don't want to be sitting there and just try to dump a market order as it's moving real fast, right? You're not going to get a good price on that. And a lot of times when you chase price action like that, you're going to miss out and you're going to lose more money than you make. So have your orders entered into your exchange before we actually get there, right? So obviously, you don't need to do it, 6 months ahead of time. Keep watching the market. You're going to know when it's starting to heat up and get it ready. The other thing is too, if you are staking your XCN, if you're staking it, you got to make sure you move it out, get it unstaked, get it transferred back to your exchange, and get ready to sell it. The last thing you want to do is when it's going crazy, you're trying to spend time trying to get it unstaked and get transferred back from your wallet and then back into your exchange. If it's Kraken, Coinbase, or Uphold, or whatever you use, that's just more time you're wasting chasing price action. You don't want to chase price action. And anytime you chase price action, you're going to get emotional about it and get upset, and it leads to FOMO. Let's don't FOMO, folks. Let's be smart about it. Now, the big important thing here too is though, if we get to 50 cents and say it hits up to 55, 56 and then falls back down, we never get to 60 cents. We still got 10% left. Not the end of the world, right? So, but what you want to do is if it fails to hit the higher price targets as we're going, you want to set a stop loss order below for your lower prices to be executed if the price falls back down, right? So depending on, if it's a real hectic day and it's wicking way up and coming back down, we go all the way up to 55, 56 cents and it just loses strength and it just starts dropping. After you close this order out at 50 cents for your last 20% and you're trying to chase your last 10%, if it does that, if you enter in stop loss orders, say you want to put your last 10% at 40 cents, right? Well, it gives it an opportunity for it to drop back down and regain some strength and go back up. Or if it just craters, but you get to cash out again at some healthy profits. Obviously, it's not at the top. Very unlikely you get it at the top, but you'll still get it cashed out at a very healthy profit and prevents it from dropping all the way back down and you're left holding your last 10% with very little profit on it. So be mindful, get your orders in ahead of time, right? And then get your stop loss orders in as you keep moving up. So that way, if it drops way back down, you can still catch some profit without just sitting there like, oh, crap, I missed out on the bull run and didn't get all my profits taken. You don't want to be missing out. Too many people did that in the last one. I don't want to see you do it either. But obviously, again, this isn't financial advice. Just here, this is what my strategy is. It's, it's hard and fast and flexible. It's not concrete, made in stone. This is as we get closer to hitting the bull run and starts moving, I'll probably be adjusting these as we go. But what do you think? What's your strategy? How are you going to take profits? Are you just going to sit at the computer and just sell it all at once when it hits a number you want? Or, you're going to try to take some of that emotional variable out of it and, have some thoughtful presence about it and be smart, get as much profit as you can, don't be greedy because that's when you start losing out. So what do you think? Like and subscribe. And then next time, we're going to talk about staking your XCN. Not very many people are doing it. Not many people know about it. Good way to get some more, build up your bag for when we do hit the bull run. Anyways, we'll talk to you in the next one. Later.